Well, that blows. So, I had the GB scallop painted, peeled the paint. You really couldn't see the blue trim that well. That Sharpie that I used just didn't leave a distinct enough line. And I thought that, you know, I would just go over it one more time with the Sharpie and make it bold again, and it actually was starting to look pretty good. And I figured, okay, so let that dry. The paint was dry, the Sharpie was dry, and then I figured, you know, if there's one thing I learned by using these Sharpies is sometimes they even though they look dry, they can, if you touch them, they can smear. So it looked like it was dry and ready, and I was saying, you know what, I'm gonna put a little clear coat over it. Now the paint is acrylic and acrylic, so there was no problem there. And I go ahead and just use some regular clear coat over it. Set it out and it looked pretty good. I was like, I'll let that harden, and then I can handle it and finish the model. Not 5-10 minutes later, I look over on the shelf and I saw this. Apparently, the blue ink in the Sharpie was still fresh enough, or it reacted with the clear coat, and it just ran all over the place. So I tried to wipe it off, and of course, the paint started coming off, and the whole thing just went from looking okay to a total pig's breakfast. Just an absolute train wreck. And because of the clear coat, if you touched it anywhere, the paint, the clear coat, everything came off in your finger. And I was like, this is a train wreck. So I figured I'm gonna have to strip the whole thing and start over. So it's in the mineral spirits, taking a 24-hour bath. If what I've read is correct, the mineral spirits should lift the paint off over the next 24 hours. I know some of you guys a while back had sent some ideas, other ways for clean stripping. If you want to put them down there again, that actually is something I might make a video about because I've had several questions recently on stripping, and I'm going to probably take you guys' advice and just kind of read it out in an upcoming video. So give me your ideas on stripping. This is acrylic, but also put in any ideas you got for lacquers or enamels that won't damage the plastic. And we'll see what happens. You know, after all that work and scalloping and taking the time, I mean, there was a fair amount of time invested in this, and we all know that you're going to have those models that you can invest time and something's going to go wrong. It happens. It's all part of the game, so, you know, not the end of the world. But it just kind of like, oh. But on the upside, the fleet side's starting to take shape, and the Waddell Williams, I've got first primer coat of white on it, and I've got it puttied now. So I'm going to sand that, and then I got the holes drilled for the rigging. I will be using the line, but I like to use one long piece and just kind of thread it through, and then you just only have to anchor it in one place. See how that works out. And then let's see. Well, that's pretty much where we're at. I haven't really, my wife, when I told her that I was going to take this Immense Miniatures character, make the Hoff out of it and use the putty to shape the hair, she kind of laughed because she said that because she does the dolls and everything. I just can't see you doing the hair. So she uses that multi-sculpt and stuff clay, and she's really good with it. She turns her dolls into Klingons by making the ridges and everything. She's not used to working on a scale this small, but she's going to take a poke at doing the hair for the Hoff, and then I can get him painted. And the cars are basically done. I mean, I got to put some decals on them and a few little odds and ends, but for the most part, they're done. And again, didn't come out as pretty as I'd hoped, but when I put it in the context of the diorama and everything, I think it'll look pretty good. And so that's where that's at. I want to get these models finished off, because I'm already, wanting to jump on the stack there. Also, this place is starting to get cluttered again, so I'm going to have to take half a day or a day to tidy everything back up again and get it set up. Because when I break out that Felix stove, that's going to be, that project will probably be a standalone project. I probably won't work on anything else, because there's so many different things on that you can do at one time, but also it's just physically so big, it's going to need a lot of space. And so no, Wingnut Wings has so much detail. I've never done one before. I want to have lots of elbow room to work on it with. And if I do any other projects at the same time, I might do them in the house or something. I got a feeling that airplane's going to gobble up a lot of space to get it done. And I want to do a real nice job on it. And that's pretty much where we're at right now. I do need to, this will be a good experiment. You know the old saying, every knock's a boost. Well, the way I see it is that this issue with the GB is actually, I have not really properly chemically stripped a model before. I've always just gone into the sanding and everything, but that's just not going to work with 3 layers and 3 different coats and clear coat. So this may be a good opportunity for me to learn something about chemically stripping, and I'm interested to see what you guys have to say about it. So that's where we're at. I want to thank you guys for joining me. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to be working a lot on the computer, trying to get the WinMac video done. Got a few appointments coming up this week, some things that'll keep me occupied part of the time. So I'd like to have that, like I say, just get that done. And hopefully I can have that out tomorrow evening. So won't be a whole lot of building tomorrow, probably. And plus it'll give the GB a chance to soak all day and see if that paint comes off in the, I'm using the odorless mineral spirits, and it'll also give the putty and everything on the Waddell Williams lots of time to hard before I start sanding and filing on it. And I put another coat of paint on the Fleet side. The only thing I have to left do now, where the painting's concerned, should be to tape off the white section. There's obviously, I got a little overspray, so just painting the top white, which means, taping off the bottom and shooting the top white, really should be the only painting left to do on that. After that, it should just be, well, I have to paint the underside black, the frame and everything, but some of that's partly painted, but I need to do that. But that should be it, and after that, it should just be a matter of assembly. And the engine and transmission are not under the hood, because I want to build them separately and put them in the back of the truck, so that way you can see the engine without me having to pose it with the hood up. And it was just like, the truck's carrying some cargo. So anyway, that's where we're there. I might get cracking on the diorama, but I have to see how things go with our figurine. So that's where we're at. Hope you guys had a magnificent Easter. Had beautiful weather down here, and had 2 Easter lunches, one with one family, one with the other. So I do not believe I'll be eating dinner tonight. Other than that, guys, hope you're having a beautiful night. Take care. Model on.